Hello, this is Racer KK10R welcoming you back to more Real Racing 3 gameplay. We're working on the 2018 startup walkthrough, and we've gotten our trophies from the Euro Supercar Duel to unlock the Redline Origins, and we're on stage 5. Goal 4. Explore Spa in another reverse lap. Keep an eye out for the features of the corners you're used to seeing coming the other way. Stay on the track for a bit of extra difficulty. Oh, steering and brake assist will also be turned off. Well, mine have been off, so I'm used to that, and it's no big deal. One lap. Drive a lap. You don't have to get a time or win or anything. Just have to stay on the track. Don't need any service for this. We could do this with 0 service. And again, they have us going the opposite of the direction they want us to go when we start. With this view, it's difficult to know where the car is sometimes when the camera's trying to chase you and you're doing the U-turns. You go right off track right in the beginning. Now you can see the scenery differently. Trying to watch the map, see where those turns come up. One thing you know about turns is if you make a quick turn, you're going to skid. So when you're at a faster speed, you make your turn slower. It's kind of a logarithmic line the way you turn. When you hit the brakes, you kind of start turning a little, and then once you get slower, you turn even sharper. You just kind of make it a smooth. And the same thing when you're leaving a turn. When you're going slower, you can turn more erratically. You turn faster. When you get to a higher speed, then you need to turn slower. I don't know how to describe it, but it's kind of you dip in, then you make your turn, and you come back out, and you kind of straighten it out. And the speed comes from being in a straight line. The less time you can spend in a turn at higher speed, the faster you'll go. Just being careful here, not really going for speed. You want to stay on track. And there's a completion. Look what they made you do. Run right in the wall. All Norman's been trying to tell us to do is keep it from damaging the car. No service. That was a long track. Takes a little bit of service from you. Goal 4 complete. Stage 5, Goal 5. Dubai Autodrome is pretty modern, and its design builds on many years of learning how to keep drivers and cars safe. Race a few different track segments. We'll turn off traction control to test those big, wide runoffs. Well, I don't have traction control on. 2 laps at Dubai Autodrome. Win. You can see over here, I've had steering off and brake assist off and traction control off since we started in street spec skirmish. I think maybe it was after that when we started turning it off in the winning that BMW. I have no service and I very easily just pass these cars. You may ask, why is it you can go with no service and just pass the cars very easily? And the answer to it is controlling your bots, controlling your opponent cars. You win by a small margin, and occasionally you take an opportunity to slow down your opponents and stop them. This track's so short it's difficult to find a place to do that, and it's so wide open they can go around you so easily. Not like other cars, we have their wide cars with big corners on them and catching everything that comes from behind. Catching everything can you try to pass. It's a little skinny round car. So we just try to win by a small margin. I try to keep it under 100 yards. And it makes my opponents... doesn't really soften up the actual opponent. What it does is it gives you softer opponents. And you can tell if you have the softer opponents by their names. And Moises, Marcel, and there's Dane Rabinold. I think you don't see him in this list. Those are the three lower end opponent bots. When you're doing well, you'll see those. Corgo, and so on. Dubai Hill Circuit. Win. Moises, Marcel. They will take off, but when it comes to the turn, they are much more conservative than we need to be. So we can just go right around them and through. It's kind of through. Just a little bit faster, not a whole lot. Just enough to get around them. And it's enough to make your speed in the straights compensate for the speed they have because we have no service. They have a premium for speed. We have a deficit taken from because the service is low. But it can be made up for when you're racing against bots that are not top level bots. Good thing there's no restriction on skidding. But that was a big one. I just coasted through there and they still didn't really catch up to me. There's a win, less than 30 yards. Well, less than 40 yards. That's a good one. And final 2 laps at Dubai Autodrome Club Circuit. It's a long straight start this one, so we'll have to catch up to them a little later. They'll take off, but we will catch them. Probably most of them in the first turn. After this sign before the crane will break about halfway between. It's after they did. That's the way it works. Second sign, the middle sign. 300 yards, 340 yards. Lead. Final lap. 400, 450, 500, 530 yards. Lead. Okay, here we go. Coming to the end, got away from. Kept themselves up here. There's a race, one under 100 yards. What's next? Stage 5, goal 5, complete. Stage 5 complete. Rewards, 15 gold. Nice. Good stuff. We'll be heading to the US for a big day of speed tomorrow, so you'd better be ready. One day left. Stage 6, Indy Speedway. Indianapolis Motor Speedway was an official part of the tour back in the 50s, but almost no European teams crossed the pond to compete. Scarpellini was an exception. He took a Ferrari car into a race as the only non-American driver in the whole event. They need footage of the Speedway. This is a good chance to muck around with some very fast cars. Set a lap time with a Caterham 7 620R, possibly the closest modern car to the 375 F1, at least in terms of performance. That's the one I purchased and upgraded. Time trial. I wanted to lift a little just to make sure I'm not sliding into a wall. I'll lift down to 165 and hope the grip holds. Alright, that's good. Lifting now just to put a little padding in there. Make it easy to beat in case it's going to ask me to beat it later. And that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Here's a subscribe button for you to subscribe. Please do subscribe, share, comment, like, thumbs up. And here's a link to go back to the beginning of the Redline Origins video series, if you'd like to see it from the beginning. Come back and see how the rest of the video series continues.